In our house, we if there's a problem, we usually address it right away because these problems fester, right? And
Yes.
usually a problem never gets better. Like when you hear a clunk in your car,
Yeah.
you can ignore it and hope that it goes away, and
Yeah.
it may go away for a minute.
Way.
Huh?
It doesn't just go
No,
away.
it doesn't. But then it goes away for a second. Then you're like, oh,
Unless
it's fixed. And
unless you get a stick under your
yeah,
car. Have you ever driven
exactly.
over a stick and
Yeah.
it just
Tick, 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 tick,
stays
tick, tick, tick,
there?
tick, tick. So usually we take care of this problem right away because
Yeah.
we address it because
Yeah.
it never gets better.
Yeah.
And I came across this article in Black Enterprise, right,
Oh
where
God.
they're bringing out Burt's Bees because Burt's Bees ran a bunch of ads with it with families on it, right?
Yeah.
And they're all dressed in pajamas. There's like a white family, a mixed family of like Latino, mixed of Asian,
Yeah.
and then a black family. And all the families have fathers except for the black family. It's this black lady with her two girls, right?
Yeah.
So Black Enterprise calls them out on it, right? Because racism, you're perpetuating a stereotype, right? And so the Burt's Bees, which by the way, there's a really good documentary about Burt's Bees. That guy's
I've
a
seen it.
mess.
Yeah. It
Oh,
is.
it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
Thank God that's one of the few instances where thank God his wife took the company away from the
I know
guy, right?
he's a fucking whack job.
Yeah, but they are a very liberal company,
Totally.
very
Yeah.
liberal, right?
Totally. Yeah. They're
And
from
so
Vermont, aren't they?
yeah, yeah. So Black Enterprise called them out on it, and Burt's Bees' response was absolutely perfect. They said, "Hey, listen, we had a reshoot, and all the family showed up except the black guy, and we decided instead of excluding them, we were going to include them." Enterprise saying, "Yo, you're perpetuating the stereotype," and my whole thing is, well, a stereotype comes from somewhere. It really does. It's
Yeah.
because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, dudes, you guys have a problem in the black community of fathers not being around. Everybody knows
Like
that.
78% or something.
Yeah, it's ridiculously high. And it sucks. It really does suck.
And it's the source of all of the problems.
Yes, it's literally the source.
I told you about those kids that ride around in squads on stolen bicycles.
Yeah, in
And
gangs and stolen bicycles in the middle of the street.
If they had fathers, their father would be driving around and see their kid. He would honk the horn, pull the kid over, and go, "What the fuck are you doing? Get your ass home. I'm putting a bike in the trunk. Walk home and sit there and wait for me." Or
first you go, where the fuck did you get that bike?
Yeah,
where
did you get that bike? Yeah. I didn't buy that goddamn bike for you.
Yeah,
that's what would happen with the father.
Yeah.
But when you have no father, see again, women are used to getting just free stuff. Yeah. Everything in their life is free. Women just get free stuff. They just ask a guy, and the guy gives them free shit. Ask the government gives them free shit. So if a kid comes home and he's getting raised by a mom, and he's like, "Yeah, my friend gave it to me," they'll go, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, it must have happened.
But a man would say to his son, "Bullshit, your friend gave it to you."
Yeah, let's call him up right now. What's his name?
Yeah, get him on the phone right now.
Yeah, I want to talk to his father too.
Yeah,
exactly. We'll get to the bottom of this.
That's the problem, and it's also why you desperately need two parents in the house, because women do one thing. There are things women good at that our men are so bad at. They're so bad.
My wife takes care of the household stuff.
Yes.
She really does, because I cannot do it.
Yes.
Obviously I could, but it would be a horrible, horrible, horrible job.
Yes.
And we all know that. We don't have to talk about it. That's why she does it.
Right. Right.
And she can't do she doesn't like to do certain things, and that's the stuff that I do.
Yes.
It's just just the way it is.
This is the way it is. And with this like new wave of feminism and everything, they're somehow trying to say that men are lucky because the stuff they get to do is better and our stuff is shit. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
We don't want to do this shit. Like again, it's like the women that want equal job. Yeah, but they don't want to drive the truck that has that huge hose that sucks out porta johns. Yeah. You don't hear women going, "I want to suck out porta johns. I want that job." But no, every time I drive around, there's a truck. I see it. because they got these porta johns all over the place now.
Yeah.
And I see the truck, and I look at the driver, and you know what? He looks like he's just at his job. He doesn't look miserable. He doesn't look happy, but just like, this is my fucking job. He's probably getting paid very well too, by the way.
Yes, and that's why he does it.
Yes.
It's a job, and he just does it. It's not glamorous. It's like, I get paid good.
Got
what
a
are you gonna do?
and I'm making $40 an hour. Fuck it, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm the poop guy. Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
But I wish they would just, whatever black TV channel, black website, and ever would just say, hey, they're right, and let's stop this black stereotype.
Well, that's
but they're adding to it. Well, they're adding to it because it's true. Stop it, and then we won't have anything to make. We won't have that particular thing to make fun of you for. It's like it just drives me crazy when I see this. I mean, first the picture was goofy because they had all four together in a montage.
Yeah.
But then you actually read it, and it gets even better because it talks about how the guy just didn't show up on the reshoot.
Right.
And it's like, well, that's why it's a stereotype.
Well,
it happens all the time.
I'll tell you this. If my wife came home and said, Burt's Bees is doing a commercial and they want us in that, and I'd say, fuck that, I ain't going to this.
You're an asshole.
I wouldn't show up.
I'd do it. I would do it because it'd be
cool.
You?
Would you?
What the hell? Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the jobs men have to do. It's like your wife and kids want to do it.
Well, if your wife this, okay, all right. The first time she says it, I'd say, no, I don't want to do that. Then for the next 3 days, she'd make my life a living hell. And then I'd end up going to the thing.
See, you were in a different marriage. See, mine would just say, okay, yeah, we're doing it. I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. You want to do it, I'll do it. So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Hey, I found a music form I dislike more than rap. Freeform jazz.
And
freeform jazz. I was listening to the Christmas channel, right?
Yeah.
And they start playing this song by June Christie. And it was a traditional Christmas song, but it was in freeform jazz.
Yeah.
And I'm going, okay, I hate this. I hate this art form. Yeah. It's horrible. I don't understand it. And then it's like, people talk to me like, oh, you're just not intellectual enough. You don't get it. I do get it. It's just noise. They're all over the place. Like, and then you have another instrument going, it's like, oh, okay, it makes no sense. It's horrible.
Yeah, I've studied over the years. I've delved into music theory, which I find fascinating. And so, and it's led obviously to jazz. And I do understand conceptually what jazz musicians are doing, but that doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, I look at with stuff like free jazz is it's meant to be. It's like masturbating, okay?
Yeah.
The band is all into it, but it's not meant to be watched,
Yeah.
Just you guys sit in a room and you and talk back and forth with your different key changes and modal changes and what, I remember I had a music theory professor in college, and he was like, we would go to the symphony, him and his two friends, all males, by the way, and They would go.
Hey, that's a stereotype. Stop it.
I know. And they would follow the score. They were all like composers and stuff. They would follow the score, and they would try to find. They'd have notebooks with them, and they'd try to identify what note was the bridge between key changes or something like that. And I'm like, okay, if that's that nerdy shit that you want to do, that's fine. Yeah. But it's not meant for an audience, like jazz. I agree. It's noise to me.
I saw this again. I saw this article yesterday about this quote unquote Star Wars nerd, right?
Yeah.
You could tell it was written by a millennial, and it pissed me off because it was talking about how you cannot find the original print of Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
The original print of Star Wars had a couple extra scenes, but the famous one is where Han Solo shot Greedo first, right?
Yeah.
And in the later ones, they changed it so Greedo actually shot Han Solo first because. Right. Supposedly, Han Solo shot an unarmed, or not an unarmed guy, but an innocent guy.
Yeah.
But Greedo was going to shoot him, so he shot first, right? So they didn't like it, so he changed it to be Greedo shot first. And this guy's like literally, he posted it was like 3 or 4 pages of stuff
Yeah.
saying he can't find it and how he's the ultimate Star Wars nerd. You can tell it was written by a Millennium kid.
Yeah.
You could just tell by the writing.
Watching Star Wars for like 5 years now.
Yeah, and he's seen everything, but he's never seen the original Star Wars in theaters because he wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking this guy's an idiot, because what happened is a few years ago the Silver Edition came out. It was smuggled out, right? Because someone found an original print, and help me, who made Star Wars? I'm having a brain fart here.
George Lucas.
Yeah, George Lucas. He tried stopping this thing, but you couldn't stop it. It was out in the torrent, and you could download it.
Yeah.
And it's called the Silver Edition. And this guy didn't know about it. And I go, that's what's wrong with this stupid news medium we have now. Is this supposedly Star Wars expert in fan didn't even bring up that thing because he wanted to write an article on that you couldn't find it. You know, he had an easy solution, and he must have known it existed. He had to have known it existed.
Yeah.
But he wrote the article like it didn't exist.
Yeah.
And he's going, they need to do it. I'm so brilliant for finding this. Aren't I so great? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like, you stupid idiot.
Yeah.
But everyone else is eating it in because they don't know. But us regular Star Wars people, well, I used to be a Star Wars person, but I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
Is because of those new stupid movies.
Yeah.
Is they all know they're scoffing at them, but they can't do anything because we're not writers, But anyways, that's my pissed off thing about that stupid news medium stuff.
Is everything is written in a very distinctive way to present a narrative. It is not written as a news story that you read should be boring. It should be just like who, what, when, where, and why. Or not even why. Who, what, when, where. And we'll never get that. But like somebody said that if you can read a news article and you cannot tell the political party of the writer, then that's a good journalist. They're very rare. They're very rare. Yeah. But there's a couple, like Cheryl Atkinson is one of those. Cheryl Atkinson, she used to work for CBS, and she was one of the people that the Obama administration spied on.
Yeah, really.
And she's very objective. She's a good investigative journalist.
Yeah.
And I still can't figure. I'm pretty sure she's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Or has been a Democrat in her life. I don't know, but I can't tell because she go after both sides equally. It's like with Biden now. It's already begun. They're going to do exactly what they did with Obama because Obama's picking the entire cabinet anyway.
Yeah.
But they did a story the other day that finally Joe Biden is going to have his dog back in the White House. Yeah. And then an article they did the other day, Joe Biden was wearing socks with dogs on them. I just heard this on the thing this morning. And that's what we're going to hear. That's what we're going to hear, and it's just going to be a different type of lie. With Trump, everything was evil, and with Biden, it's going to be everything's great, like it was with Obama. And it's going to be boring. And
that makes sense because last night my wife was listening to this news thing, and they go, "Oh, you mean you're going to have a cabinet just like Obama did?" And he's going, no, it'll be totally different because they were talking about how diverse his cabinet was already.
All corporate globalists.
Yeah, I know.
And the academic professors and shit like that. I mean, they are.
Yeah, we're back to the same thing.
Mad Dog Mattis, who was the national security advisor or something like that. Trump fired him. He's saying that what he's looking forward to in a Biden administration is to get rid of that America first mentality.
Yeah, I heard that. Even Biden said that. He goes, it's been geared towards America first. Now we're going to help our global partners.
What are you talking about?
I know. I couldn't believe when I heard that. I go, what are you crazy?
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't understand this point of view. I don't care what England does. As long what I'd like them to do is what's best for England. And if England or France or any other country starts to fuck with our interests, we fuck them over. You know,
what he's complaining about is the money. Because Trump made them pay more money, like in NATO, their fair share that he was talking about.
They owed it.
Yeah, I know they did.
It's like I have a housing association here, and we have to pay a condo fee every month. And if my neighbors on the second and third floor decide that they want to pay $300 less in the condo fee, I'm going to come out and go, "Where's your fucking money?"
Yeah.
Because our condo fee pays for all the things that take care of the structure of the building.
Yeah.
Well, why am I paying all this and they don't have to? What the hell is that? Exactly what's going on. Pay your fucking dues.
Yeah, pay your fair share. Hey, I got to run upstairs. I'll talk to you later.